What's good, everybody? Might notice something a little different. Got a new camera. Alright, so not just a new camera. I've been collecting parts. That's why you haven't seen any work coming out, any work videos coming out. I've been hustling and grinding, trying to wheel and deal, keep this car budget friendly. Still under $1,000 on it, and I'm gonna show you what all I got now. So that being said, first off, we have a battery relocation kit with kill switch, with a removable key, a bulkhead for the fuse panel, battery terminals, and more lugs so I can crimp them. I have the lug crimper the tool somewhere around here. I bought that too. Second off, Gritty, good old Gritty here. We're gonna use this for back pipe, and then some scrap piping I got here with actual V-bands, baby. Yes. Focus. There we go. V-bands. I have 3 female V-bands. I'm gonna have to order, no clamps though, no clamps. I'm gonna have to order 3 clamps and 3 male flanges. And I'm gonna use that merge collector. We're gonna reuse this little bit stuff here, the merge collector. I'm gonna figure out how to, I'm gonna cut this off and figure out how to mount it up to some stock flanges, factory flanges. I don't know, we're gonna figure all that out when we get there. But yeah, we got that, 102 sensor. So that's 2 items, well, that's 2 things. Thirdly, I got a steering wheel. Yeah, it's not no high quality, really nice steering wheel, but it's 3-inch deep, what I needed to push it out farther. Because when I was test fitting the seat, after y'all saw when I put the seat in, this wheel is pretty far away. So, you know, with this wheel mounted up, just look how much farther away that pushes it. And I'm gonna buy a quick release too, eventually, to put in there. So that's gonna give me even farther out and closer to me, and I don't have to worry about messing up my seating position, because where I've got the seat is really good for the pedals and for everything else. It's just a good feel, and I still got to modify the seat. But now we're on to the work. I've been working a little bit on fixing that trunk pan so we could do the battery relocation. I used the old hood that had the hood dump in it. I used it to make the trunk pan, and I did keep the inner bracing of the hood on the bottom of the trunk pan, so that way it would stiffen it up, because I do not have a bead roller, and I couldn't make I couldn't bead roll it to make it stiff. But like I said, I didn't want to bore y'all with all the fab work of this, but we're getting there. You see, I've already stitch welded in pretty good there. Thing's pretty solid, budget friendly, and it works. All right, so now I'm gonna get back onto work on this, and I just really wanted to give y'all a full update, everything going on. All right, guys, got the whole tray re-welded in. Now I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna cool off. I'm gonna let this cool off, and then I'm gonna start making the battery tray. All right, see you in a bit. All right, guys, so it's the next day. Nice weather. Yesterday got really bad on the weather. I just couldn't get out here. It never warmed up over 45 degrees. with my back, I can't do that. So we're out here today. It's nice and warm, and we're gonna get back into what we was doing. I was going to turn this into a battery tray. It was nice and thick steel. Was gonna do that, but it was eating up cutting disc too fast for me to do it. So now we're just gonna use this piece of metal, just like it's the same type of metal we patched the floor with. I'm gonna use it as the battery tray, and then we'll pop rivet it. We're not gonna rivet it, but we're gonna do the rivet nuts and bolt it down here. So with that being said, I'm gonna set y'all up on the tripod, and we're gonna jump right on into it. Alright, so as you guys know, first things first for making a template is to trace out the product. So we're going to trace out the battery, and then we'll take a measurement of like the edges so we get the same fold edge. We'll just leave one side open so the battery length can be any size. If I need to replace the battery, get a bigger battery, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and trace this out. Because of the ridges on the side of the battery, we gotta leave it a little wider. There's your template. Alright, can you see? Template, cell lines. Alright. Now we take our handy snippers. I mean, I could hook up the air compressor and use a cut wheel, but I want to save the cutoff wheels that I have left for other stuff, because I've already spent my budget for the week on the car. And we're gonna hold off on that. Always make sure you don't overspend when you're trying to build a car. Make sure you keep yourself on a budget so that way you don't leave yourself broke and having to eat ramen every day. Just saying. Alright, I'm gonna pop my headphones in. We're gonna knock this out, and whenever I get it cut out, I'll give you all the shot and I'll let you see it. Then I'm gonna show you how to bend it. It's gonna be fun and interesting, but I'm gonna show you all how to do it without having a brake or a vise or any of that stuff. Good stuff. Alright guys, I'm gonna knock this out.
You know what, guys? We're gonna cut this out with this wheel. I'll get back to you. What we're gonna do, we're gonna do our initial bend first for the first wall, because I'm gonna have to play some tricks here. So now, what I'm gonna do, if I can get this to work, set that there, and see, now this is where you're gonna have to trace your marks to the backside. Make your marks to the backside. See, working with what you got. Got me really, really close. Don't look half bad. Could be better. But, look at that. That ain't bad. Now I'll just I'll take the ZZ wheel and we'll cut that right off, right there. All right, there you have it, guys. Not too bad looking. Didn't turn out too bad at all. Trust me, if I had the proper tools and proper equipment and all that, it'd turn out a lot better. But for what I got, doing it right here in my driveway, right in front of you, in just what, 20 minutes? Wasn't bad. Now, it's a really good fit. It utilizes the factory sliding, and that's how it turned out. I had to use, I sat here and I did it all by hand using that piece of flat strap and that body hammer. You should have seen the struggles I went through. I wish you would have been able to, but the camera decided it wasn't going to record. So we got that. You know, it turned out real good, real nice. Not too bad, not, you know, really not bad at all. Slotted the corner, cut the corners so that we folded over together. And like I said, it didn't turn out too bad. Now I'm gonna grind it down, take the grinder to it, grind it out, and then or with Scotch-Brite, and I'm gonna paint it up with primer, so that way it don't rust, especially on this side. That's the contacting surface side that's gonna contact the inside of the trunk pan. Once we rivet it down, I'm gonna riv nut it and put bolts in it. But yeah. Alright guys, I'll get to you after it's done and primered. Alright guys, so I didn't give an update last night because the parts bin was gone, or the bolt bin was gone. But I got it drilled out for where I want to put it and for the tie downs. Alright. We'll go back over here into the trunk. I drilled it out, ready to mount it. So now I'm going to go through the parts bin so I can figure out what size rivet nuts I'm going to use. So we're going to go through the bolt bin real quick. Check this out. It's the bolt bin. Go in here, reach in here. Oh, let's see here. We got bolts. What kind of bolts we want? What kind of bolts we need? Oh, that looks like a 1/4-20. So if I got enough 1/4-20s, we're gonna use 1/4-20, depending on the size. Alright guys, so as we get finished shopping at the hardware store, looks like 1/4-20 is the route to go. So I'm gonna bag all this up, take it over there with the car, and we'll start drilling out and prepping the trunk pan for the battery tray. Alright, so guys, I got the battery tray over there primered, waiting for it to dry, so I went ahead and put the rivet nuts in the trunk pan. So now once it dries, I'm gonna paint it red. A little different than the black, but I don't have no black. I'm going off of what I got. Like I said, budget, build, friendly. So, so far, we got that done. Here in a minute, whenever once that's painted up and dried, I'll sit y'all down in the trunk and let you watch me start running battery stuff. I think I am gonna have to weld in. I'm gonna have to go cut me a piece of metal and weld in a plate here for my kill switch. Yeah, so we can mount the kill switch up in there. Thinking about
I'm thinking about doing it at an angle, like a side angle, so that way I can access the terminal heads and also be able to still access the key. But we'll figure it out when we get that point. We'll but for now we're just waiting for paint to dry, and I'm gonna sit here and think about how I'm gonna mount that master switch. Alright guys, get back to you when I'm next step. Alright guys, battery tray is done and looking good. Looks real good. So it's almost dry. I'm just gonna give it a couple more minutes sitting in the sun. And we'll install the battery, start running the cables. Running the battery cables. Alright guys. So I've made my template. Fits in there real nice. Traced it. And now it's to cut it and fit it. And then we'll have to figure out, you know, mounting the kill switch. Alright guys. Let me work on cutting this out. I'm going to put you over here on the tripod. Set you up for a time lapse. Alright. Alright guys, there it is, all done. Now we just got a welder in the car. Yeah. The reason I painted it red, the reason I went ahead and painted it red was because, you know, it's got to deal with the power. And I did the battery tray red, and that has to deal with power. So I mean, I figured if anything happens, somebody knows, click there, that's power. That'll deaden the power. So I don't know, just kind of somewhat of a thought, I guess. I'm not running fuel lines, so I don't need to paint fuel lines red. Alright, well, I'm gonna let paint dry and I'll get back to you guys later.